Look at the numbers. Average of 43, strike rate of 200, 6 innings, 259 runs for this man. What a player. A team player. He can bowl as well. He can be very, very skillful fielder. Talking about skills, immediately that man comes in the screen. On the screen is Rohit Bangash. What a player. It's best against the best. What else you could ask? 3 wickets in 5 games, but economy is just 7 runs. In this game, perhaps in this format, it's the economy which counts more than the strike rate.
Oh, absolutely. He's proved to be almost unplayable, especially in the power play overs. So here we go. 137 is the target. Can Z Games overhaul this and keep a chance to finish top of the table? First delivery nicely punched away to cover point by Shah Rukh Amin. Usman Khan, well, dismissed for a duck this evening. So he will certainly be looking to make amends in the field. And defenders, Vision Sports, they have really looked a class apart from all other opposition in the Ajman Pro 10. And they want to get the 2 points to lock in their spot in the grand final tomorrow.
Well, indeed. That's the day we are waiting ahead. Less than 24 hours.
Oh, that struck in front and big appeal. That was mighty close. Perhaps maybe an inside edge or maybe sliding down leg.
Well, number one advice would be do not play across the line against Rohit Bangash. Especially when he's bowling around the stumps. That ball was going in with the arm. Quick delivery. Lucky it was not the other one which turns away from the left-hander. Otherwise, Shah Rukh would have been dead plumb.
That was very close indeed. And you're absolutely spot on. You have to play him dead straight. And keep your shuffling in the crease at a bare minimum. He swings the ball at good pace, Rohit Bangash. This time through everybody, including the wicketkeeper. It will be 4 byes or is it runs? Yes, 4 byes.
Yeah, I think not a convincing glove work there from Farhan Babar. He sets a high standard for himself.
That just went over the sticks there. And yes, difficult take for the wicketkeeper, diving low to his right, to his weaker side. But that should have been stopped. But still no impact on Rohit Bangash's bowling figures. Shah Rukh Amin, nervous start. He needs to get in. He needs to play a big innings here for the side. It's a big run chase. Or trying to paddle that away over fine leg. Much too late on that one. Great pace from Rohit Bangash.
Yeah, I think he's making it almost impossible. He's bowling unplayable deliveries. That bye is going nothing on his account still. He's yet to concede any run. That shows that when you have someone like Rohit Bangash up front, you need to use him. I think full credit to defenders.
Oh, he's an absolute weapon. Trying to cut that away over point. Just too quick. And he's getting that ball to really zip through under the glare of the floodlights.
Yeah, that's a great delivery. Now he's got a little bit of an extra bounce there. I think Shah Rukh was expecting that might be easy to cut that, but that's not how it is. And you do not shuffle or make room against someone who's bowling at a very, very healthy pace. Someone like Rohit Bangash. You make a room, you invite the trouble.
The first thing he needs to do is just get off the mark, settle the nerves. Cracked away over point this time. One bounce over the rope. A sweet connection from Shah Rukh Amin. What a shot that was to conclude a pacey over from Rohit Bangash. He gets off the mark with style. 4 for none. So it's his usual opening partner, Shehbaz Ali, sharing the new white seat from the other end. They're such a deadly combination. Rohit, left arm quick, swings the ball. Shehbaz Ali hits the seam, pounds the deck, gets that awkward bounce off a good length. But Ronak Panoli is the man of the moment, the kingpin of this Z Games strikers batting lineup. 350s in the tournament. Can he get another one tonight? Let's hope so. First delivery whipped away towards wide-ish mid-on, and he gets off the mark comfortably.
Yeah, good shot there. He's improvised. And that flick of the wrist. I think Ronak Panoli is in a good form. I think better than Shahrukh Amin, and he should be the one who should be facing more of the deliveries because of playing 6 deliveries, getting 4 runs. There must be something going on in the mind of Shahrukh Amin, as he's also a skipper. So you need to accompany him as a partner at the other end to take a charge on your hand and go and get some runs. I think a little bit of attacking mindset is needed from Ronak Panoli. Yes, but I think it is a little too much of pressure on the young boys, because that was just the first delivery he faced.
Yeah, they have to play together as a batting unit. They have the extra batting depth of Umair Ali Khan in the side, so they need to express themselves. Go after the bowlers. Shoveled to the mid-wicket region for a single. You have the likes of Safir Tariq, Furqan Khalil, Sayyid Haider, Wasi Shah, Umair Ali Khan. In the team, Faisal Altaf can bat as well. So you need to attack this target of 137 with a positive frame of mind.
Yeah, I think strengthening your team is a good idea, but utilizing the resources are most important. Wasi should come at number 3, that's what I feel, if not the opener.
Oh, absolutely. Great striker of the ball. Can play in any position from 1 to 6. 10 for none so far. Cautious start for Z Games. Extra bounce. They will scamper for a leg by. So it's good bowling here from defenders. They look really switched on tonight. They are determined to finish top of the table.
Yeah, they are very dedicated to the spirit of the game. They know they have a lot of runs in the tank, but still they're bowling well. That was an extra bounce from Shehbaz because of his high jump and pace he generates. And he's someone who hits those areas very hard, right at the middle of the wicket, the good length areas.
Yeah, and he has that lovely snap of the wrist as well. Gets that extra movement. This time just pushed into the extra cover region for a single. So far so good from Shehbaz Ali. Bowling back over length, good pace, and not offering any room to the 2 batters.
Yeah, and also I think because of that wrist, he gets that seam movement as well. He's more of a seam bowler rather than swing.
Oh, absolutely. And that's why they're such a good combination. Very different kind of bowlers, but both have healthy pace, him and Rohit Bangash, and they really test the opening batter's technique as well.
Yeah, I think one is right-hander who relies on the seam, and the other one relies on the swing, who's a left-arm fast bowler. Bit of a seam Bakar.
Oh, that has just kicked off a good length. Burst through the hands of the wicket-keeper as well. And like you mentioned, hitting the seam and getting that awkward bounce.
I think they're enjoying the wicket. The surface is responding well to the bowlers, especially the fast bowlers, because of that little bit of an extra bounce. Not sure it's because of the hardness of the surface. Oh, look at that.
Got in a very bad position there, Ronak. Lucky. It was aiming towards his grill there.
Yeah.
Nasty delivery.
Smell the leather.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, I wish I was a fast bowler and I could generate that kind of a pace and get him through that way and then give him a bit of a stare and have a word from him. Did you smell the leather, friend?
You can still give the stare without the pace.
Yeah.
We have some aggressive spinners as well. 13 for none. It's been a superb over from Shehbaz Ali. Right on the money. Cracked away over the offside ring. Just over the 2 fielders there. And they're scampering for 2, and he's made it in time. That could have been close. So a fiery over from Shehbaz Ali comes to an end. 15 for none after 2. Sajjad Malook to bowl the third over of the game. No sign of the floating power play just yet. So they're just looking to hang on to it for now. Very experienced campaigner, fast bowling all-rounder Sajjad Malook. And there is a deep third in place immediately. Interesting. So perhaps looking to bowl back of a length. Once again, they're just not timing the ball well here. Both batters trying to force the pace and hence not being able to get the ball in the gaps or through the offside ring.
Well, I think, Easy, the problem has been that they do not got enough boundaries in the first phase of the power play, where they've been at least thinking to get over 25 runs without loss of wicket. I think they're not happy with the start, what they got here. But that can be changed. Even if Ronak gets going, the way he's playing and the way he played last night.
Yeah, they've only had 2 boundaries and one of them was 4 byes. So certainly a very sedate start here for Z Games. They have yet another game after this against the Starlets. But they need to win both, and they need to win both well, Abid.
Yeah, indeed. There's no other options. Burn the bridges.
But this time extra bounce again. Trying to create a shot that wasn't really there. And these dot balls are going to hurt Z Games.
I think this game is more important than the next one for the team Z Game Strikers. To get that net run rate, they think that might be possible if they put a good show together. But when I think over here, the problem is 136 runs, bit too much given by the bowlers and the fielders as well. Fielding has really let them down today. But I think it's just a matter of one big over, they will be back in the game.
Oh, absolutely. They have that big striking ability, both of these batters. And conceding 136 with Usman Khan going on a duck, you're absolutely right. It's way, way too many. Maybe 25 runs too many conceded. This time heave towards the mid-wicket. He was on the edge of the ring. So this is a below par effort from Shah Rukh so far. Just 9 of 11.
Yeah, he's clearly not timing the ball well today. That's a very rare side from him as a captain who has a couple of player of the match awards as well for his bowling, for his batting. I think the tournament started well for him, but it's not going really the way it should have gone for Shah Rukh Amin, the captain of Z Game Strikers.
And even Ronak Panoli has just faced 4 deliveries in 2.5 overs. So being denied the strike.
Yes.
Pulled it away towards mid-wicket. It's high. And will be dropped. Usman Khan. Well, he's not having a great day at the office this evening.
Well, he's done the hard yards. He's run hard. He's got to the ball. But while trying to handle that, while diving forward, he's just put it down. Look at that. Yeah, I think his head was still up the moment ball hit his palm.
Absolutely. Never got in a good position to grab that. So Ronak given a life. This time hard pull. That's much more like it from Shah Rukh Amin. Stepped into that one and timed it beautifully.
Yeah, indeed, that will give him a lot of confidence. I think that was the thing which was waiting for him. He got that middle of the bat that will make him feel better and also gave him some confidence. Swiveled, put it away for 4 runs. Nothing for the fielders. Absolutely. Good timing on that.
And he was in a very good position to play that ball as well. Was ready for that length. Such an important thing to do. Oh, this time it's gone straight up. Wicket keeper. Backpedaling. No, it's the deep fine leg who won't even get there. And has he saved the boundary? We'll certainly need to have a boundary check there. Deep fine leg in position. Got a foot on the ball. But was his left foot beyond the boundary skirting there? We'll have to take a look. Productive over so far for Z Games. Shah Rukh Amin not holding back. They certainly do need quick runs. Top edge, that could have gone anywhere. Went sailing over the keeper. A lot of height on it. Let's take a look here. Certainly not a catch. And let's see the football skills. Oh, that left leg though. Where is that? Abid Ibrahim, eagle-eyed, Have your look at it. Give me your opinion.
I think he's recently made a comeback from Qatar. Full marks for his football skills there. Salman Randhawa saving a boundary. I think his foot was maybe inside. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the right foot. It's the left one. Did that just glance the skirting there? There was no significant movement that I can see. So I think he may be all right. But it does look touch and go.
This is where he's not intact with the boundary there. I don't think so. That would be given as 4.
So umpire Hamid Mukhtar in the spotlight. What is the call? I think it's all right maybe. So we move on. Ali Maharvi coming into the attack now. Medium, military medium. Hammered straight down the ground for 6.
Well, maybe that is the over where they can come back in the game. Ali Maharvi greeted with a maximum. Now they can maximize this. If they can get over 25 runs in this over, they are back in this game.
That was a floaty delivery in the slot. And the way Ronak Panoli is striking the ball these days, it was always going to disappear. Beautiful strike.
Yeah, there was hardly an effort there from Ronak Panoli. It was right there in the slot, really half volley. Easy to put it up to the place.
Well, this is the kind of hitting that this boy is capable of. That is what got him selected, drafted by the Desert Vipers in the inaugural ILT20. But he got a shoulder niggle just before the tournament and couldn't participate. How desperately unlucky for him.
Yeah, really unlucky there. At times, you pick up the injury at the wrong time. It's very important to calculate your games. You need to understand what is coming up.
Oh, absolutely. Ali Maharvi under pressure now. Shahrukh Amin chips it down the ground. It's very straight. Oh, great effort by Salman Babar, the big fella. Getting down well.
Yeah, he certainly saved the boundary there. Yeah, it was not timed so great, but Salman Babar, nothing taking away from him. Full efforts, full marks for the efforts, and also did well in the deep.
Oh, absolutely. And it's a high traffic position. The long off, long on in a 10-over game. Putting his body on the line. Nicely done. Hit away towards extra cover. Bit of a misfield. And they'll take 2 runs. This is good running.
I think that this is the over where they need to save most of the runs. Where they have already got hit for a 6. Ali Maharvi, who was under pressure, but his fielders, I feel, has supported him well.
Oh, they have. And he's not bowled too badly after the 6. But Ronak needs a lot more. This time, not time towards that long on. Only going to be a single. So a good comeback from Ali Maharvi. And he's a tricky customer. Can just get that ball to seam off the deck.
No, I think the kind of bowler Ali Maharvi is, where you get tempted to go against him. And most of the times, the kind of bowler Ali Maharvi is, they end up by picking up wickets.
100%. He was very productive in the A10 bash for defenders. I think he got 7 or 8 wickets if I'm not wrong. Hammered through the covers. Will be cleaned up by Omar Dogar. And they're running on the throw. Good one. That came in like a rocket, but made it in time. So even though they've not picked up the boundaries, hard running between the wickets has kept the scoreboard ticking for Z Games. So Z Games are 37 for none. After 4 overs, they need 100 more in the next 6 overs. Is it doable, Abid Ibrahim?
Maybe I thought the way the previous over started, maybe they had a case. They might get close, or maybe they'll chase it down. But now, with 6 overs and 100 looks slightly big.
Farhan Ahmed, the left arm spinner, coming into the piece. Yeah, oh, there's a misfield. And it's gone for 4. Well, that will certainly help.
Yeah, you cannot afford to do those silly mistakes there. You need to support your bowlers. A lucky boundary there for Panoli.
Well, the kind of form he's been, he certainly deserves some luck. It was a rare mistake made by Rohit Bangash. The technique, fielding that ball wasn't good. Didn't quite bend down. Heaved away towards cow corner. 6! Yes, it is.
It can be turned around in events. Boundary to follow 6 might bring the fortune for team Z Game Strikers. This is what they need. 4 and 6 to follow. This time he sent it towards the cow corner with a lot of bottom hand and some authorities.
We've gone past 200 tournament sixes now. Drilled towards long off. Another bit of a slight misfield, but didn't get away from him. So we're just in 19 matches, 202 sixes, Abid. What a tournament. Crash, bang, wall up, right from ball 1.
Just wonder, are they counting my 6 as well?
Yeah, no.
If you calculate those, the numbers will go high.
Well, Mr. Zia in our production team certainly remembers that 6. He'll never forget that his entire life. And I must give credit to Mr. Kashif as well, our electronic scorer. He bowled that key over in that match.
You're being a lot mean here. Not mentioning Faizan. He had a brilliant partnership alongside me.
Well, I was the one who came in, who did the rescue job. What about my credit?
Oh, yeah, you did. You did your part. I think everyone did really well. And I think that's what it is needed for Z Game Strikers. Everyone to contribute just like us.
Well, watch out, all you cricketers in Ajman. We're coming in the next A10 bash. Combs 11. We're gunning for the title. Oh, big swing and a miss. And that perhaps just struck him outside the line or in inside edge. Yes, it's given as runs. 50 up. Opening stand between Ronak Panoli and Shahrukh Amin. But they're just behind in the game, aren't they, Abid?
Yeah, they are indeed. They should have been around 75 by now. The impact was outside the line. The rest looked maybe inside edge as well. Some bat also.
87 of 31. It's a tall order for sure. Oh, beats him. Frustration here for Z Game Strikers. At the halfway stage, they're on 50. 87 needed of the next 5 overs. And we'll hand it over to Faizan Khan to take over the next passage of play. A very important passage of play.
Sajjad Maluk has been reintroduced into the attack. He'll be bowling his second over here. And I think defenders want to make it or break it from here. Faizan, welcome to the commentary box.
Thank you so much, Abid. Down the leg side. Oh, poor from Farhan Babar behind the stumps. That's unlucky. We've talked about that patch that is there in the wicket-keeping areas that takes the ball away from the keepers. Look at that. This is a very bad delivery, falling short. And that patchy area does no favors to the keeper.
Yeah,
so 5 wides.
Pardon me. It could be the really reason that because of that blind spot for the keeper, he couldn't gather. But the bowlers really need to bowl around the stumps or on the offside, rather spraying down the leg side and making it hard for the keeper.
Absolutely. It is always hard for the keeper to take anything down the leg side any which way because there's a time that you just cannot see the ball. And that is the blind spot that Abid is talking about. And this one has been picked up well, beautifully, right from the meat of the bat. And what a catch! What a catch! My goodness me! And look at the celebration. I thought it was a goner. But what a catch. The celebration from Umar Dogar says it all. Wonderful.
Wow. What a catch that is. Tie 5 all around. Babar Ghazanfar joining him for the celebration. But what a catch. This clearly one of the best. If not Shival Baba, then maybe Umar Doga. What a way to take that catch. Moving, diving, full stretch, taking and knowing where the boundary line is. That was more key in that effort. Big wicket down in the context of the game. Ronak Panoli walking out with the strike rate of 185. 26 for him, 55 for 1. Z Game strikers. We're talking about the strike rate. That 200 strike rate will come handy, Faizan.
That is what is required. Drill down the ground. Sajjad gets himself out of the way, and this is out of the boundary as well. Beautifully hit, timing it to perfection as well, and straight down the ground. Always good to watch. Furqan starts with a 4.
Well, for the bowler, really does not make any sense. You kept that mid-off up and bowling full. No idea what was going through Sajjad Malook's mind, but I think he erred in the field set.
Well, I think he was trying to surprise. It was a bluff coming in from Sajjad Malook. And a full toss to follow. Not hit convincingly. This has gone to Umar Dogar, who's just taken a brilliant catch. And I think he's overexcited with that catch as well. Because an overthrow, almost an overthrow there. Those are our support staff enjoying the game. They were a part of that game as well that we have talked about so much. We are basking in the glory of that game.
Yeah, maybe at our age, winning is just something very special.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well,
whatever the age, winning is always good. Ask the production team, they will know.
Yes, indeed. The victory tastes so good. And I think credit must be given to our captain, Mudassir Ali.
Well, I have... Oh, that's a wide again. I have proof that Mudassir wasn't the captain. He gave away the captaincy. I have video proof of it. When I said Mudassir is the captain, he said no. He gave it to one of the umpires.
Well, to be
he
very honest,
calls himself a kingmaker, Abid, though.
I think team maker, he says, he calls himself, because he's been a lot into the management. That thing has kept him intact with the game. And the soon the game started, he might have forgot who's the captain is.
Well, if you think why Abid is praising Mudassir so much, I'm going to give you the answer right after this ball. That's played downtown, only for a single this time around, as Salman Babar does a good job. Good bit of fielding as well we've seen from defenders today. So if you're wondering why Abid has been praising Mudassir, it is because of the absence of Rashid Mohammed. The captaincy has passed over to Mudassir Ali of the Combox. He's not going to give you those glasses. Those glasses are gone. Rashid has them.
I think the deal is for tomorrow because of the finals. He wants to keep those glasses, and maybe then he might gift me those.
They are gone. Rashid have taken it. Rashid has taken those glasses away. I had my eyes on them as well.
Meanwhile, he's bowled that back of the line delivery so well, Sajjad Malook. Yeah, he had that shaky start of the over, but then he picked up his line, and maybe now bossing over the new man who's just fresh at the crease, Furqan Khalil.
Absolutely. Shahrukh Amin will have to make up for all those deliveries that he has played. 18 of them for just 20 runs. In a T10 game, not good enough. In a T20 game, not good enough. Furqan hits it high up in the air. That's a no-look shot. And it's gone two-hand and dropped. Usman is having a horrid day. He was out for a duck, and now he drops an easy take. 6 overs gone. Z Games lagging behind. 63 for 1 now. There's going to be a change in the combox. The acting captain, Mudassir Ali, is going to be joining me in just a bit. Farhan, the captain, comes into bowl, played down the ground, not convincingly from Furqan. That's only a single. Are they running for a two? No, they are not. So yeah, Shahrukh Amin is going to be on strike. As I was saying, a couple of balls back. He will have to make up for those 18 deliveries he's faced for just 20 runs. Joining me in the comm box is Mr. Mudassir Ali, the team maker, the king maker. He's back on his seat. In a Kandura, mind you.
Thank you, Faizan. Dancing down the track. A good-looking shot. Some luck I bring for Z Game strikers. Excellent shot, dancing down the track, reaching the ball and placed in the gap, Shahrukh Amin.
Yeah, certainly Shahrukh needs to do that. And against a left-arm spinner, that might just be his cue. It's going to be easier to hit a left-arm spinner for a left-hander. He's on 24 of 19. He needs to keep going. Dances down again and loses his wicket this time around. That's a soft dismissal for Shahrukh Amin. He loses his wicket. Never quite looked like in control throughout the innings, minus a couple of shots. The second wicket goes down. Captain walks back. 68 on board.
It was like he offered a toffee to Shahrukh Amin. Came down to take the toffee and misses the line. An excellent job done by the wicketkeeper. Good comeback by Farhan Ahmed, the captain. The acting captain for defenders. Z Game 68 and they have lost Shahrukh Amin, who made 24 of 19 balls.
Well, 68 for 2 after 6.3, 3.5 overs remaining, and still a lot of runs to get. And I'm trusting Rafe to give me the graphics of how many runs are remaining. But let's take a look at this graphic first. Safir Tariq is looking in supreme touch, hasn't had quite a lot of deliveries to play with, but look at the strike rate, 240, and that is what is required. So both these batters who are batting in the middle, look at that. Kudos to Rafe, 69 more of 21 deliveries and starts off with almost a 6. I think it's going to be a 4 here. So nicely played by Safir Tariq. Good start to his innings.
The confidence in the shot of Safir Tariq, that is the reason his strike rate is 240 in this tournament. The first delivery in control, going for that sweep shot, placed in the gap, off the mark with the 4, Safir.
19.5 runs per over required, and if he can keep doing that, they can achieve it. Brilliant shot, down on one knee. This time it was closer to him, so he didn't have to stretch too much. Gets the timing perfectly and hits it big.
It was like a replay, and the result is a maximum. 4 follows by a maximum. A good-looking shot by Safir.
Oh, swing and a miss. That ends the over. A decent over coming in for the Z Game strikers. They've got the runs in this particular over. They've lost a wicket as well. Their captain walks back. And 7 overs gone. Still a lot of runs required. 59 of them in just 18 deliveries. 78 for 2. So, look at that. That's our cameraman Ali, and along with him, Zia, the opposition captain for the match that we played. I hit him for a boundary. I was proud of that shot. And Zia is handling the camera right now. Very good work coming in from all our crew at the production unit.
And in that match, he was the only player to get out for twice. He got out. The first time, I don't know why he came back after getting out. But again, we gave him the chance. But yet again, managed that golden duck. Zia, are you listening us? It was a golden duck.
A double golden duck, I think. 7 overs gone, 78 for 2. Back live with this game. We are still basking in the glory of that game, mind you. We played after a long, long time and we won. So we're going to keep talking to you about it. Keep boasting about that victory. In comes Shehbaz for his second over. Starts off with a low full toss, not timed by Furqan Khalil, and goes towards mid-off. Salman Babar there. Only a single to start the over with.
I was a bit surprised why Safir Tariq has not been promoted up the order. Furqan Khalil clearly struggling, but Shah Rukh Amin have some other thoughts and he opted for Furqan Khalil and is struggling 8 of 6 balls, and look at Safir Tariq. Quickly moves to 10 of 3 balls, 79 for the loss of 2. In good touch last couple of months, getting some good runs for his team, Safir.
Where Z games have lagged, Ronak Panoli has made runs, but his opening partner, the captain Shah Rukh Amin, hasn't done justice to the top slot. He's a good batter, hasn't just got the nick or the form to play in this format. And I think with the kind of form that Safir Tariq has been in, he should be promoted either at number 3 or the top of the order, because you need runs from both ends at the top of the order. So it would be interesting to see if Z Games change their game plan and maybe bring Shah Rukh just a little bit down when the spinners are operating, because he's looked very comfortable against the spinners compared to the faster bowlers, especially Shehbaz and Rohit with those fast hands and quick deliveries. Talking about fast hands, this is a slower ball that has been picked up and beautifully hit downtown by Furqan Khalil. He comes into his own and optimum effort, maximum result. Current run rate of 11.47 required, creeping up, continuously creeping up. A lot of runs required. 15 balls remaining, 51 to get. 20.4 runs per over against this bowling unit is never going to be easy. But if Furqan and Safir keep going the way they are going right now, we have a game on our hands. Trying to hit it big once again. Not timing it at all. Goes down towards long on. Easy pickings for Babar. And that's only a single.
I think the reason the Z Games are struggling, they started off really well in this tournament. They were going great guns, but they made a couple of changes. And those changes are not doing good for Z Games, especially Umair Ali Khan coming in the side, going for runs. Mohammad Azhar, he got a couple of games. When you have that winning unit, why to experiment?
Well, yeah, that's another way of looking at it. Shahbaz, in he comes again. Short ball, slow ball, cut away powerfully, and no chance for the sweeper cover. I think he gave up a little too early. Usman is having a horrid day. Maybe he's not 100%. But that was a no effort coming in from Usman at all. Look at that. It wasn't that far from him, but he gave it up very, very quickly. Nicely hit boundary. Last ball to go. 46 more required. 13 balls remaining. Still going defenders' way. What a start to the innings for Safir Tariq. 15 or 5. Last ball of the over. In comes Shehbaz again. Tries to hit it big. This was too quick for Safir Tariq. Only a single. Will they go for a double here? I don't think so. Ali Maharvi picks the ball up. And it's 92 on board after 8. 45 more required in the remaining 2 overs. Floating power play. The mandatory floating power play will be taken now, as they haven't taken it yet. And these two men, if they can maximize this over, then we have a game on our hands. But they need at least 25 runs of this particular over. It's never going to be easy. I think, the opening slot, as many runs as they should have scored, didn't get going at all. The first 5 overs got just 50 runs in a big chase. Not good enough. And against Rohit, it's not going to be easy. Look at that. Perfection. Amazing delivery.
A very key bowler in this team of defenders, and a couple of overs rightly said by you, Faizan, that the captain not getting the runs and he needs to play for the team. He needs to understand what is good for his team. You just come down the order, give chance to other players who are getting those quick runs. It's a shorter format. Safir Tariq is doing extremely good with the bat. Ronak Panoli getting those quick runs. So there is a planning which is not going in favor of Z Games.
Well, this is played down the ground only for a single, mind you. Shehbaz with a direct hit, just cannot hit the stumps. What a brilliant start to the over from Rohit once again. This is the most important over of the innings, the 9th over, especially in a chase. And if Rohit can keep them quiet in this over, the game is won.
It's almost in their control, and it's not easy to take Rohit Bangash on a ride. Furhan on 15 of 8. Shoulders are down, and this was a big match for them. They wanted to win and go into that eliminator against 7 districts, but somehow conceded those runs in the first innings. Now unable to chase the target, though they have lost a couple of wickets. But still, it has been an exceptional bowling performance by the men in black and yellow.
Absolutely. Defenders have been on the charge all throughout this tournament. They're sitting pretty on top, qualifying for the final if they win this one. And the top team will directly play into the finals against a team that qualifies. So the second and third ranked teams are going to qualify, play a qualification match. In the meanwhile, oh, that's a very good shot. A slow delivery picked up very early by Safir Tariq. He's in supreme touch, hits it big and out of the boundary for a 6.
Oh, beautiful piece of timing, and with that maximum 100 comes up for Z Game striker. Change of pace, waited, and look at that. Risk comes into play. And no chance for the fielder, a maximum for Safir Tariq. His good form continues with the bat.
Decent over coming in from Rohit. Just 8 of it already. And again, flat and hard and into the gap. 1 bounce 4. Beautiful from Safir Tariq. He's giving it his everything, although it might just be a little too late in the game.
Maximum follows by a boundary. Look at that control. Hands higher than the bounce, and risk comes into play. In the gap goes Safir Tariq. Moves to 27 of 10 balls. A good sign for Z Game striker that runs are coming from the blade of Safir Tariq.
He's in supreme touch. Last ball. And it's it. Oh, mighty. Oh, straight to hand. For a moment, I thought he had got enough off the bat. But certainly, possibly the bat turning in his hand. It was already too much to ask of him. 104 for 3 now after the end of 9. Look at that once again. Hitting it big and just finding the fielder. Good catch. Safe as house. Sajjad Malook. Safir Tariq, after a good little cameo, walks back. He scored 27 of 11. 9 overs gone. 104 for 3. 33 more required to win. $104 for 3. That is the score right now. 33 more required. It is still technically gettable. But will they be able to get there? That is the big question here. Ali Marvi is going to bowl the last over. Well, that's surprising from the defenders here. And the first ball has been hit straight to the fielder. That's a good field position. for someone like Ali Marvi who doesn't bowl with that pace, as in comes Heather onto the strike.
Yes, it was a good field placement and good piece of bowling by Ali Maharvi. They have the deep squirreling inside 30-yard circle and extra cover on the rope. Not giving that pace. It's not easy for the bowlers to go hard on Ali Maharvi. They have bought Haider Vasisha. They have bought Umer Ali Khan. But what is the use in 10-over format if you're not using them up the order?
Absolutely, I agree. I absolutely agree. They need to reshuffle their lineup. Not just the team, but where they bat as well. And this has gone down between the foot and the bat of the batter and beats Farhan Babar as well for a couple of runs here. Byes given by the umpire.
It clearly shows at what pace Ali Maharvi is bowling. Even though the bowler and the wicketkeeper missed, it was just a couple of runs. Did not even travel beyond the 30-yard circle.
Absolutely. Oh, this is up in the air. He might pick up a wicket here. He does. A slip from the fielder, but eventually pouching it comfortably. And Ali Maharvi has picked up a wicket in the last over. It's a goner. Furqan, the man walking back now. 108 for 4.
Furqan Khalil managing just 17 and he has no other option. Trying to raise the tempo. Sticking to that simple line and length. Gentle medium pace. A well-judged catch taken by Salman Randhawa to get rid of Furqan Khalil. Managed just 17 of 12 balls is 108 for the loss of 4.
Ahan Fernandez is the man coming out to bat with just 2 balls to go and 29 required. So it's all but over. It's just a formality for the completion of these 2 balls. Ali Marvi surprisingly has given away just 15 runs and picked up a wicket as well. Look at him and you see an attacking option as a batter. But then he's a very tricky bowler. Picks up those wickets. Nicely played by Ahan Fernandez, up and over. Straight to extra cover. Omar Dogar, what a catch he's taken today. If there was an award for the best catch of the tournament, his name would certainly be there. Some spectators in the ground watching this game, following the proceedings. That was Mrs. Sana Bhatti. Every time Sana plays, she's there to support him. And some fun on that last ball coming in from Sajjad. Ends the match. A comfortable victory in the end for the defenders. Certainly defended this total beautifully. 137 to get, 110 what Z Games have mustered after the loss of 4 wickets. Not a very good performance from them. They need to retrospect. They need to look at their lineup. They need to see where their best batters should go. They need to see how they can rotate their bowlers as well. And if they can use the services of a 6th bowler or not. A lot to think about Z Games. You're right, Mudassir, when you said that they started this tournament with a very promising start. But then just losing their way towards the end of it. Not a very good thing. They are still at number 3 in the points table. So they still have a chance to actually go play the qualifier. And of course, the next game is going to be Z Games as well against DCC. Let's take a look at this. Shahrukh Amin, 24 of 20, and I think this is where the game was lost. He took too many balls for those 24 runs. Ronak Panoli, decent start for him, 26 of 14. Started slowly today. Then Furqan Khalil, Safir Tariq hit some big ones. 17 of 12 for Furqan, and Safir Tariq, he's in supreme touch. He should be promoted up the order. That is what I think. 27 of 11. Syed Haider Vasisha, Ahan Fernandez had just 3 balls between them and scored 3 runs. 13 extras in those 10 overs. And take a look at the bowling card as well.
4 bowlers getting a wicket apiece in their kitty. Rohit Bhangaj, Sajjad Maluk, Ali Maharvi and Farhan Ahmed. unlucky. Shahbaz Ali bowled 2 overs going for 20 runs, wicketless. So it was a good bowling display by these 5 bowlers of defenders, and 13 extras have been considered. And look at the economy of Ali Maharvi, 2 overs 17 and a wicket, and Rohit Bhangash 2 overs 16 runs, a wicket to his name. At the end, in 10 overs, Z Games managed just 110 for the loss of 4 while chasing the target of 137. And let's see the highlights. It all started with Shah Rukh Hameen and the pair of Ronak Panoli in the slot, and he was looking very good. Ronak Panoli taking charge out there in the middle, getting those maximum standard boundaries. Farhan Ahmed went for a ride, and thanks to Ronak Panoli getting those quick runs. Then came in Sajjad Muluk. He pulled nicely, and it was a brilliant catch taken by Umar Doggar. Then they struggled. Clearly they struggled. Both these batters, Shah Rukh Hameen and Furqan Khalil, never in control, but came in. Safir Tariq, he tried to raise the tempo, getting some quick runs, couple of maximums against the spinner and a fast bowler. He continues to get those quick runs for his team. Furqan Khalil getting a maximum in the process, but still it was a very slow, lethargic inning from Furqan Khalil. At the other end, Safir Tariq was looking extremely good, belting the bowlers, getting those maximums at the right time, and taking Rohit Bhangash for some runs. But at the end, Rohit Bhangash getting better of Safir Tariq. Ali Maharvi also getting a wicket thanks to Salman Randhawa's excellent catch to get rid of Furqan Khalil. And let's see the match summary. Defenders batting first, they posted 136 for the loss of 3. Mohammad Salman Randhawa getting 66 of 24 balls. Sana Bhatti, the man in form with the bat, 24 of 15. Babar Ghazafar also chipped in with some quick runs, 20 of just 11 balls. And talking about the bowling of Z Games, Shahid Bhutta getting a couple of runs, but he went for a lot of runs, 2 overs 37. Mubin Ali, 2 overs 21 and a wicket to his name. And Z Games strikers were never in the chase when they came out to bat in the second innings.
Of course, defenders winning comfortably eventually by 26 runs. Time for us to go into a break, and right after the break, we'll bring you the presentation of this game, the Player of the Match award. Stay tuned for that.
Well, all-important game for defenders this one was. Because of winning this game, they might go through to the finals. They needed all-important 2 points, and they got in there, Kitty. After winning the toss, they decided to bat first. Flawless innings we have seen from the batters, posting a big total of 136. In chase, Z Game strikers succumbed under the pressure, and they couldn't handle the pressure. In the end, they could not chase it down. They have lost by just scoring 110 runs with 4 wickets down. Great performances all round. And talking about greats, I've been joined by Mr. Iftikhar Ali, who's our match referee for this game number 19. Well, award goes for the player of the match to Salman Randhawa for his brilliant 66 of 24 balls with the help of 2 boundaries and 8 sixes with a strike rate of to 75. What a great knock. Salman, don't go away. Salman, क्या जबरदस्त आपका शानदार कमबैक रहा. टीम के लिए तो काम करते हैं, एज अ बॉलर बड़े हैंडी हैं, लेकिन बैटिंग जिसके लिए आप जाने जाते हैं, आज आपने परफॉर्मेंस भी दिखाई.
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम. अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह जी, आज बैटिंग काफ़ी अच्छी हो गई है और मैंने अपनी नेचुरली गेम की है. और फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल थैंक्स टू यासिर भाई एंड साकिब भाई फॉर गिविंग दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी एंड अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह आई डिड माय बेस्ट.
Well, what do you feel about qualifying into the finals, cutting down the semi-finals?
Yeah, it's a great lead. We are going to the directly to the final. So let's see what we'll do tomorrow, inshallah.
Well, do well. Hoping similar kind of conditions and the match from you.
Inshallah, I'll try my best. Thank you. Thank you, Jad.
Thank you, Salman. Lovely guy, lovely work with the bat, with the ball. Salman Randawa for you. It's time for us to take a short break. When we come back, we'll head for the final game of this day and the game number 20. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome everybody to Eden Gardens Ajman for Pro 10 powered by Fan Code. Match number 20, the last league game of this tournament will be played between DCC Starlets taking on Z Games Strikers. Z Games are playing back-to-back matches. And without wasting much time, let's head down to the sidelines. It's Abid Ibrahim with both the captains and match referee for all important toss.
Well, game number 20 and an all-important one. This is important for Z Games. They might need that victory to get that test and go on further. And for DCC Starlets, it's quite a bit of a formalities. I've got Fahad Al-Hashmi, who's leading DCC Starlets, to lead the team Z Games Strikers. I've got Faisal Altaf and the match referee, ever shining, Mr. Iftikhar Ali. And Fahad got the coin. He'll flip it in the air. Tails is the call.
It is head.
Well done, Fahad. Rightly called. What do you like to do first?
We will bat.
क्या रीजन है पहले बैटिंग करने का?
लड़के हैं अंडर 19 सब जूनियर हैं एंजॉय कर रहे हैं क्रिकेट को तो वैसे ही एंजॉय करेंगे.
आप कितना एंजॉय कर रहे हैं?
यार वीकेंड है. Almost good.
Well, changes in the side.
Few changes, not a lot. We are 12 in the ground today, so as usual.
Well, अब क्या समझते हैं अच्छा टोटल होगा बोर्ड पे?
यार 110 120 इस टीम के लिए बहुत अच्छा है. हम फाइट कर सकते हैं. हमारी बॉलिंग लाइन बहुत अच्छी है, फील्डिंग हमारी अच्छी है. सर हम बैटिंग में कोलैप्स कर रहे हैं, लेकिन इंशाल्लाह आज करेंगे अच्छा.
Do well, coach.
Thanks a lot. Cheers.
Thanks. What you were looking for, Faisal?
Actually, we also wanted to bat first because the pitch was a good one. We saw in the last match which we played. So we got hit for 136 and we also scored 120. So wicket is good to bat. Put the score and we can put the pressure on the guys because they are youngsters, so they can get in pressure.
Well, I didn't like you call them youngsters and you're trying to put a pressure on them. But tell me what is the plan? What do you think would be good total to finish things off for you batters?
Yeah, if we try to restrict them under 100, that's the best part for us. So we can actually finish the game quickly, jump high in the run rate as well. And it's going to give us some good boost as well for the semi-finals which is coming up against 7 District.
Changes in the side?
Umair Bhai and Azhar is in playing and Abdullah and Azhar in.
Well done and keep doing it.
Thank you, sir.
Well, it was DCC Starlets who has won the toss and they elected to bat first.
Thank you, Abid, and he's looking very energetic after hitting that maximum. And looking at the lineup of both the sides, DCC Starlets, Hriday Savnani, Muhammad Arsh, Anik Muhammad, Fahad Al-Hashmi, Farman Afridi, Raiz Al-Nadir, Saad Abdullah, Shamim Ali, Suleiman Haider, Vansh Kumar and Zainullah Khan. And talking about Z Game Strikers, they made a couple of changes. Muhammad Azaz Sajid comes in place of Umar Ali Khan, Safir Tariq. Abdullah Salim comes in place of Muhammad Azhar, Furqan Khalil, Ahan Fernandez, Faisal Altaf, Mubin Ali, Muhammad Azhar. In fact, he's in the playing side, Ronak Panoli, Shahrukh Amin, Syed Haider, Wasi Shah. So the news is Starlets have elected to bat first. So this is the last league game of this tournament. And defenders going into the finals by topping the group. And semi-final, the eliminator will be played tomorrow between 7 Districts and Z Game Strikers. And this is a good opportunity for the young lads of DC Starlets to score some runs and try to get a couple of points, try to get a victory in this tournament. They started very poorly, but they made a good comeback and the fielding was excellent. And talking about the batting, Hriday Savnani, 5 innings, 31 runs and the strike rate of 103, average of 6.20. Not justifying his talent, Hriday Savnani, the tall right-hand batter. Alongside him is Vansh Kumar, getting a game with 3 innings, 12 runs, just an average of 4 and strike rate of 75. These two youngsters need to make sure to get some runs tonight. Mubin Ali to start the proceedings with the ball. 7 matches, 7 wickets, good economy, 10.55 and average of 16.57. And to talk a lot more about this game, joining me in the comm box is silent killer Faizan Khan. Welcome, Faizan.
Thank you so much. Anything but silent, especially in the commentary. Starts off with a slow ball, Mubin, and trying to go for a single there. Vansh could have been the end of his wicket. And it hit the stumps there. So starts off with a slow ball.
The reason I call you silent killer is because before the game, we never thought that you can bat so good.
Well, what to say? I have given an audition now. Can I be in some team? I'm surprised you don't know me that well. You should know me well enough to know that I used to play cricket for the longest time.
But I have never seen you batting in the UAE domestic circuit. But a couple
true.
of days ago, I have seen you somewhere near the sidelines hitting mud for a couple of boundaries.
Yeah, certainly. Those are your commentators and / cricketers. I also didn't know that you were such a great fielder. The way you caught Zia. Oh, beautiful shot. We'll talk about that. Let's go focus on this game first. Then we'll talk about how you caught Zia in the outfield. Zia is one of our production guys, mind you. This is beautifully hit by Hriday Savnani. And heartily played. Up and over. Packs a punch, this young man.
The good thing about that shot was that deliberately he just opened the face of the blade and managed to go beyond the 30-yard circle. So first four for Savnani and first four for DC Starlets. And the strikes, the next delivery, trying to repeat that shot, not in line. And strikes Mubin Ali in his first over.
Hits the top of off stump. That is what any coach in the world will tell you. That's the top of off stump that he hits. Look at that, wide from the angle, angling the ball in. Hits the top of off stump. Brilliant. Coaching manual wicket here for the bowler Mubin. And he's happy about it. And possibly pointing out at the fact that he told someone in his team that he's going to do exactly the same. Hriday Savnani, a very promising youngster, walks back to the pavilion after scoring just 4. It's 5 for 1. Shamim is the new batter coming out to bat. 5 matches, just 27 runs. The strike rate, the average, everything needs to be worked upon. These young men are really talented. They just haven't gotten into their groove, just haven't got enough experience to play against the likes of these experienced bowlers like Mubin and Shahid Bhuta in this Z Games lineup. So yeah, it will take some doing, some understanding, some experience for these young men to get going in such a tournament. Because major teams in the domestic circuit are playing in this tournament. So it is a very good experience, a challenge for these youngsters. And they can take away some good learnings from it as well. I think the bails got broken there on that wicket. The blue bails there. Either one of the bails got broken, and I think that's the case. A new bail is coming out.
I think the flashlights of the bail, they just sent that bail to the non-striker end, not sure why. And let's see that wicket hitting the top of the off stump.
Yeah, I think the bail got broken there. Yeah, I think the bail got broken there. A part of the bail might have come off. And this is why they're changing the bail. So the reserve, broken bail, goes to the umpire. Mubin, on fire. Comes into bowl with a slip-on and starts off with a slower delivery to Shamim. Plays this one towards leg side. And only a single this time around. So 6 on board, just 4 balls remaining. So yeah, I didn't know that you were such a great catcher as well. You're a brilliant fielder. Mudassir Ali took 2 catches today in that Comms versus production team game. And that was a challenge coming in for the production side. And he took Zia's wicket on a golden duck. Brilliant.
He was the main batter of that side.
Yeah, apparently. Apparently. He himself said this, that he's the main batter of the side. We had a match referee as well. I'll talk about him in just a bit. As a swing and a miss coming in from the batter there, trying to guide it towards third man. Not a very good looking shot from Vansh. The match referee is our director, Mr. Yasir, who was witnessing all the proceedings going on the ground.
After they lost the match, they had a meeting for almost half an hour inside the production room, and they bought 10 cups of tea. So much stress taken by the production team.
Absolutely. They needed some caffeine to get over the loss that they faced. Swing and a miss once again, this time being called wide by the umpire. But yeah, kudos to the production team, frankly. Not just for the game, but for the graphics. Look at that. I always say this, whenever we start talking about the game, some or the other graphics come on. And that's Rafe, who opened the innings and just could not get going. So now he's going on the screens for us. That's the points table for you, ladies and gentlemen. You're trying to praise the production team, but that is exactly what they do every single time. Slow ball again, foxing the batter there. Thinking of a single, saying no. That's the end of the over. First over gone. It's 7 for 1. We'll talk about the production team, and I actually want to congratulate them in just a little bit. Stay tuned. So our director Yasir coming in our ears and saying that you need to talk about this. Ronak Panoli, the leading run getter in this tournament, 285 runs to his name. Usman Khan on number 2. Rais Ahmed, just that inning of 100 brought him to number 3. He was not there among the top 5 run getters. Mohammad Irfan has been scoring some runs as well. And Sana Bhatti from Defenders Vision. So 2 players from Defender Visions, 2 players from 7 districts in that side. And that tells you the story of it, right? Defender Vision on top, 7 districts on number 2. And Z Games on number 3. So the other name was from Z Games. Ronak Panoli sitting right on top in this particular tournament. Talking about him, he comes into bowl here. 8 matches, 7 wickets. Economy very good actually. 9.63. And he's bowled at an average of 11. So he's bowled decently well in this tournament. It was a very bad tournament. The A10 bash, the previous tournament from Ajman Cricket Council. The A10 bash was very, very harsh on Ronak Panoli. He was taken for a lot of runs that one over, where he was taken for 31. Didn't get bowling after that particular match. This is played up in the air. Had there been a fielder a little straighter on mid-wicket, could have taken that catch. Yeah, I wanted to actually congratulate the production team as we are coming to an end of a great domestic season in the UAE cricket. Tomorrow is the last day for most of the tournaments that are being played. And after tomorrow, the domestic season is finally getting over. And you've gotten the pictures from our production crew. 100 plus T10 games is what we've covered in the domestic cricket. In the meanwhile, we'll continue talking about this, but this is a soft dismissal. Ronak Panoli has picked up his 8th wicket of the tournament. And a very soft dismissal coming in for Vansh, going across the line, wrapped on the pads, gone.
Strikes in the first over. Of his first over, in fact, trying to go big across the line. An easy decision for Umar Farooq. Took some time, but points the finger to the sky. That's the end of Vansh Kumar. A duck. 3 balls played by Vansh Kumar. 8 for the loss of 2.
So Anik Mohammed is the new batter coming out to bat. A lot of learnings to take for these youngsters in this tournament. Ronak Panoli bowls 1. And he plays this one inside the line of the ball and gets beaten. Yeah, I was talking about the fact that, we brought you 100 plus matches, and it's all kudos to our camera team, to our production team, to bring those matches day in, day out, till wee hours in the night sometimes. We are bringing you this match as well, which is going to get over at somewhere around 2 o'clock UAE time. So great work done by our production crew. The whole crew, in fact, including all the directors that we have. Mr. Shahid is missing today. So Shahid is one of our directors. So is Yasir. Zia has provided with great number of replays and assisted the third umpire in their calling as well. All the other members. There's Kashif as well, our electronic scorer. If I'm missing out on someone's name, please forgive me. There's Rafi as well, our graphics guy, and all the camera crew, especially the camera crew, because they are in the heat all the time and providing you pictures. So great work done at the end of the season by our team, and great work done at the end of the over by Z Games as well. It's 2 overs gone, 11 for 2 Starlets. Shahrukh Amin comes into bowl and has been heaved away for a 6 here. What a welcome for Shahrukh Amin. Just trying to be cheeky with that ball.
The poor start by the captain Shahrukh Amin opting to bowl the third over. Not a good start. The full advantage taken by the batter. Full mark should be given to him. A juicy full toss has been sent to for a maximum by Anik. Now just pulling the length back, trying to cut. In trouble here, DCC Starlets. I think this is not the cup of tea, the shorter format. The young lads known for playing those 50-over formats and 20 overs format here in domestic circuit. This time swept hard. Will they go for the second run? No. Excellent work by the fielder. Just kept down to a single.
Yeah, Faisal Altaf there does good. Covers the ball very quickly. They would want to make a name for themselves in this format. This is a learning for the DCC Starlets, frankly. They are here to learn the tricks of the trade. Quicker ball, nicely played, lifted up and over. But there's a fielder at backward point. Furqan Khalil, the man, comes and fields it. And it's only a single this time around. DCC Starlets, these young cubs, have a heart of a lion, I can tell you this. To play against players who are rich in experience takes some doing. This is up in the air, not timed at all, straight to hand. And Shahrukh Amin picks up a wicket here. Excited, rejuvenated, rejoicing. 20 for 3 now.
He continues to get those wickets and enjoying his bowling more than his batting in this tournament. Shahrukh Amin, flighted delivery, very slow in the air, invited Shami maybe to go big, no footwork, and it was a well-judged catch taken by Syed Haider Wasi Shah. So wicket number 3 goes down. It's a Shami Mali. 5, making of 6 balls, 20 for the loss of 3.
Fahad Al-Hashmi comes into bat, the captain of the side, and plays this one towards backward point. Only a single this time around. So that concludes another over, I believe. Yeah, 3 overs gone, 21 for 3. Z Games have had a few changes in their team since the last game that they played around an hour and a half back. So Ejaz is the new bowler who's coming into bowl here. Tosses it up and misses it completely. Fahad Al-Hashmi trying to heave it away. Hit it too hard. A dot ball to start the over.
Getting a game and getting a chance to bowl in this match. Ejaz Mohammad, yet again in the same line. The same shot repeated, no connection between bat and ball. Starts off well, Mohammad Ejaz Sajid, couple of dot deliveries.
Yeah, Ejaz bowling well, has started well. And trying to slog sweep it. Couldn't get the connection right here for Fahad Al-Hashmi. And it goes down the ground towards long on for only a single this time around.
Not giving that much pace, and the key is he's sticking to that off-stump line very slow in the air. Ejaz, now it's up to Ani to get some runs. Alongside him is the captain. Good looking shot using his feet. Did he got the distance? No, but falling short of Furqan Khalil and Syed Haider Wasisha going for that second run. A suicidal run has been taken by Fahad Al-Hashmi and Anik. Anik was not at all interested, frustrated by his captain going for that second run. And I think he's short of his crease.
I think so as well. From the first impression, it felt that he wasn't interested in going for the second run. That's poor running between the wicket from the youngster though, because this was always a 2 and an easy take and a dismissal. So the fourth wicket goes down here for Starlets. Anik, who's looking good, is out for 8. It's 22 for 4 now. So the new batter comes out to bat and goes downtown on the very first ball. Promising shot. Syed Haider Wasisha on the boundary at long on. So only a single again to start the proceedings with. So much to learn for these youngsters, especially for this quick format of 10 overs. This is, if you ask me, going to be the future of cricket. We've had a lot of domestic tournaments with a 10-over format in this particular season as well. That ends the over. A good over coming in from Ejaz. He's picked up a wicket as well. It's 23 for the loss of 4 now. Shahrukh Amin comes in to bowl his second over. He had given away 10 in the first over. Bowls it very slow. Has been hit back powerfully, but straight at the stumps. Certainly saving a couple of runs, the stumps there. So everything going Z Games' way. Even good shots are going their way now. 25 for 4 after 4.1.
A couple of years ago, he used to be a very good striker of the cricket ball, Fahad Al-Hashmi. Connects. Did not got the distance, just a single. It has been a very slow start. They have lost 4 wickets, 25 on board. It's Fahad and Saif Ali Khan out there in the middle.
This has been pulled away up in the air and only a single. So yeah, talking about Fahad Al-Hashmi as well, a renowned name in domestic circuit, even in international cricket. Mind you, he was the vice captain of the UAE team as well. So has played a lot of cricket, Fahad Al-Hashmi. But recently he has taken up the coach role. This is up in the air again. And missing the fielder. Surviving dangerously here for Fahad Al-Hashmi and trying to run hard and get the strike back. So yeah, he used to be a very, very good player, but in the recent years, he's taken the role of a coach and he's taken it very seriously. So he's into coaching. He's been with the Dubai side for quite a while now, and possibly that is the reason why he doesn't get game time all that much.
He's busy with his coaching work, Fahad Al-Hashmi, alongside Amin Farooq and Salman Farooq. And look at the running between the wickets on the previous delivery, going for that second run, running hard. This is what they need to learn from their coach, Fahad Al-Hashmi. They're not getting those boundaries, so he's running hard to get those extra runs for his team.
Absolutely. Shahrukh Amin continues. Fahad Al-Hashmi, very slow to him, plays it down the ground, only for a single this time around. The long off is very, very fine, very straight rather, and only a single again. So just 5 runs off the over in the first 5 deliveries. Last ball, Saif is going to face it and plays it well, nicely timed as well. Good work, very good work by Faisal Altaf. Only a single this time around. And now Saif is not happy with his captain because he was thinking that there was a 2 there. Never a 2, frankly. So 5 overs gone, 31 for 4, lagging behind the DCC Starlets. Azaz to continue. He'd given away 4 runs in the first over and a wicket fell as well because of run out. Nicely starting the second over. Saif, all he's done is try to slog the ball through the leg side. Trying to do the same on this delivery. That was way outside the off stump. Azaz is going to do that. He's going to bowl it outside the off stump. This time bowls it into the stumps and plays down the ground once again. And only a single again. The other day, when we were commenting together, we were discussing about the fact that how you started your cricket. Mudassir, you remember that? Your commentary stint, the way you started. And I think it's a good time to actually talk about that now. I want to hear that story from your mouth.
It's late night.
That is why the story time. I need some bedtime stories from you.
If I start the story, everyone will sleep here in the production house as well as in the com box.
I don't think so. I think it's a very inspiring story for Mudassir.
We'll have it other way. Let us know how you came into this field. Not only in this field, a well-known RJ in UAE domestic. In fact, in UAE as well as in India. So how was the journey you took this profession of RJ?
Well, that's a long story. This is a drive down the ground once again. Only a single this time around as well. A very long story, Mudassir, frankly.
Part 1 today, please.
Okay, so I was into sales. And I eventually decided to leave sales. And I was looking for a job on Avenue. I went to a radio station for a sales job. And they eventually asked me to audition for a radio show. I auditioned, I got through, and I decided I'll give it a shot. I tried to give it a shot, and eventually it just happened with me. And it's been 16 years now into radio, so a long journey. Feels just like yesterday that I joined. And commentary started with my current radio station in the UAE, and that was 11 years back. So I have done, I think, 3 50-over World Cups, 3 20-over World Cups, and innumerable IPL commentary in my career. So yeah, that's how I am here, and my domestic career started with you guys. So almost with you guys.
And to add to that list, Faizan is not only a domestic commentator, he started his journey of commentary with the match between UAE and Ireland. It was an international T20 game.
Yeah. So I started my domestic commentary after I did my international commentary. And right after that tournament, I think 3-4 months later, I was in the domestic circuit. And was given the opportunity by Ajman Cricket Council itself. This is the big one that we all were waiting for. Fahad Al-Hashmi comes into his own. He was also waiting for this. That ball was pitched up to him and he hits it big. And some banter going on for Syed Haider Wasisha and Fahad Al-Hashmi.
Hitting his student out of the park. Played under the captaincy of Fahad Al-Hashmi in his younger days. Haider Wasisha, under 14, under 19. And good to see the master sending the student out of the park. The first maximum we have seen in this tournament from the blade of Fahad Al-Hashmi.
And again, let's make it 2. 2 and 2. That's a big one for Fahad Al-Hashmi. And Haider Wasisha was amused on the first one. He's not bemused on the second one. Fahad Al-Hashmi certainly enjoyed that one and showed his $1 million smile. Literally, that smile is pretty expensive. Very shiny set of teeth or veneers for Fahad Al-Hashmi. He's a brilliant guy. Such a lovely guy to chat with. Always smiling, always talking nice things. A very positive person. And again, 3 and 3. Is that? That is 3 and 3. A good attempt coming in, but not good enough. And look at Syed Haider Wasisha. Still some banter going on between Syed Haider Wasisha and Fahad Al-Hashmi. And Fahad Al-Hashmi asked him to go back to his bowling mark and bowl one.
It was not the fluke. Getting back to back maximum Fahad Al-Hashmi. Now he's enjoying his batting. It was a good effort from the field at the long on, but in vain, unable to stop that a maximum. With that maximum, 50 comes up for DC Starlets. Before this over, they were struggling. Thanks to Syed Haider Wasisha going for 18 runs in 4 balls.
And down the leg side this time around. Fahad Al-Hashmi is not ready to take a single even when there's a fumble from Ajman. So yeah, certainly 1 strike. He's asking whether it's 2 balls remaining or 1, because he wants to go for another big one. Can he make it 4 in the over? He's on 27 of 16. There you go. Pressure on Haider Wasisha. Tosses it up. This is up in the air. It's going to clear. No, it is not going to clear the infield. So Syed Haider Wasisha having a last laugh here and some banter going on between Fahad Al-Hashmi and Haider Wasisha. Good to see that. That's the kind of spirit that the cricket should be played in. 7 overs gone. It's 53 for 5. Some entertainment that came in that over is over now. Once again, take a look at that. It was pitched up to him a little wider this time around. Feet going nowhere. Ronak Panoli had to go nowhere as well to catch that one. Easy taking. And the celebration. Wonderful to see. Great scenes. The teacher being picked by the student. And that banter was possibly the highlight of this game.
स्लिप चाहिए ना स्लिप तो लाजिम है
New over starting here. Ahan Fernandez has been given the ball. So another spinner coming into bowl. Flat batting it and taking a quick second run as well. So that's good running between the wickets for the Starlets. They are 5 wickets down with just 55 on board. So a lot of 5s for them. but there's not much fight in them. Unfortunately, the Starlets fail to shine bright tonight as well.
Ajman Fernandez also getting a chance to bowl here. Somehow he manages managing those singles safe, trying to go after the bowler. Every time he targets that mid-wicket region, and he has been joined by Arsh Mohammad, the follower of Fahad Al-Hashmi, known for his bowling. Arsh 56 for 5. Ajman Fernandez also getting a chance to bowl here, looking for his first wicket of this tournament.
There are a lot of ex-DCC players playing in this in the Z game side. There was Ronak Panoli, there was Shahrukh Amin. Both of them used to play for DCC. Sayyid Haider Wasi Shah, and even Ajman Fernandez. So a lot of those ex-DCC players playing against their ex-unit. Nicely bowled, almost a yorker, dipping onto the batter. Well negotiated in the end by Arsh. Haven't got many runs on the board, and there's a tall task for these two. At least they need to show intent, try to hit those big ones, even if they don't connect well or don't go big outside the off stump. Wide given after much consideration from Umar Farooq.
Took some time Umar Farooq to give that wide. Couple of deliveries, still looking to get off the mark. At last getting off the mark with that single. Score moves to 58 with that single. Furqan Khalil has been kept busy in the deep throughout the day. This second match they're playing here tonight. Z Game strikers making a couple of changes, and it's not Safir Tariq, it's Abdullah behind the stumps for Z Game strikers. The final delivery of the 8th over, Ajman to Saif. And he strikes. The final delivery, the quicker one, trying to go big, misses the line and gets a wicket in his first over. Ajman Fernandez. It's Saif Ali Khan who departs after making 8 of 11 balls.
Look at that once again, nicely bowled, perfect length, and a nothing shot coming in from Saif. Walking back after scoring 8, it's 58 for 6 after 8. Suleiman is the new batter coming into bowl, and this is going to be the floating power play over, the mandatory floating power play. Ronak Panoli comes into bowl. Swing and a miss, and given out. Edged, gone. Simple as that.
Strikes on the very first ball of the floating power play. Ronak Panoli bowling his second over. Back of line delivery, bit quicker. Wanted to cut, getting that thick edge, and an excellent catch taken by Abdullah. So just managing a single. Arsh also departs. They are struggling clearly. DCC Starlets 58 for the loss of 7.
Saad is the new batter coming out to bat here. In fact, both of them haven't faced the delivery. 7 wickets down, 58 on board. Floating power play is on. They need to get some runs, some cushion at least for their team to get to a decent total. Wrapped on the pads. That's, missing leg stump. That is what Umpire Tehseen says.
A quicker delivery, an arm delivery from Ronak Panoli. A good decision by Tehseen Zaidi. It was just missing the leg stump. So it's Suleiman and Saad, the two youngsters out there in the middle. With the angle, yes, it was clearly missing that leg stump. So a good decision by Tehseen.
Nicely played. Foot going to the pitch of the ball. Well fielded as well. Got a bad bounce there, Shahrukh. Next ball and a swing and a miss once again.
He has been brilliant with the ball. Though he has went for some runs in a couple of matches, but was able to get those wickets. So far, 9 wickets to his name. Ronak Panoli, couple of wickets tonight, giving away just 4 runs. Yet again, quick and loud appeal this time. Caught in front. An easy decision for Tehseen Zaidi. Excellent piece of bowling by Ronak continues.
Second wicket of the over for Ronak Panoli here. The 8th wicket down. Look at the replay. Wrapped on the pad right in the middle. That's plumb as they come. And another wicket goes down. 8th wicket down, 59 on board after 8.5. $59 for 8 after 8.5. 2 more wickets for Z Games to get. So they are in danger of getting all out now. As the new batter joins in and slogs the very first ball straight to the hand. And that is the end of the over. 9 overs gone. It's 59 for 8. A double wicket over coming in from Ronak Panoli and just a leg by from it. So 9 overs, 59 for 8. That is the score right now. Ajman Fernandez comes in to bowl his second over. He's picked up a wicket. All the spinners have bowled 2 overs each in this game. Final over. Ajman Fernandez flights this one. This is up in the air. Long off, will be interested. And just couldn't get to it. In fact, there was no long off. It was inside the circle. 2 runs taken. In that context, it was a decent shot coming in from the batter.
Yeah, he knows exactly where the fielders are stationed. No protection at the boundary. The 2 fielders are inside the 30-yard circle, the mid-on and the mid-off. And good shot played by Saad. And with those couple of runs, he's off the mark.
And again, plays it well up and over the infield. The fielder are inside the circle. So another couple of runs. Saad is looking promising here. Couple of good-looking shots from his bat. And 1-run shot. Oh, that's poor. Basic cricket not being followed by these young cricketers.
It was from Saas and the run did not count. Yet again on the back foot, nicely played. In the gap, no chance for Furqan Khalil. At last, some runs coming in the final over from the blade of Saad Abdullah. This time, 4 runs, much needed boundary.
Yeah, nicely played. Rocking onto the back foot, reading the length really quickly. He looks like a promising young man, Saad. And that was very nicely played. It was a short arm jab coming in and another dot delivery. 66 on board into the last over. 2 more balls remaining. Can they clean it up? The Z Games, they have 2 wickets to take here. Let's see what happens. That's a wide given by the umpire, Omar Farooq. Well called.
It was way outside the off stump and a good call. So trying to post that some respectable total, 67. Going down on one knee. There's a protection in the deep, but they'll go for those couple of runs. Some work for Syed Haider Wasisha. Good throw. Was off balance, but still managed to throw it one bounce towards the bowling end.
Yeah, athletic work in the field by Syed Haider Wasisha. He's another brilliant fielder.
For anti-corruption team. We're very busy. Mr. Shahid on the left in the blue t-shirt.
It's this up and over once again, into the gap once again. It's running away. Well done. Good job there by Shahrukh Amin, the captain of the side. And they're running for 3 here. Good running between the wickets. Eventually a decent last over coming in for the Starlets here. So they have taken the score to 72 for the loss of 8 after 10 overs. Ahan Fernandez has been taken for quite a few, 13 of them in fact in this particular over, and has picked up a wicket as well. So the innings finishes off on 72. Will that be good enough? Well, at least they have something to bowl at. It's been a very dismal performance for the DCC Starlets, but I want to make sure that I underline the fact that they are a very, very young team, some 13-year-old, 14-year-olds playing in the side. Look at that scorecard. Nothing to be proud of. Hriday Savnani, 4 of 3. Vansh Kumar, not. Shamim Ali, 5. Anik Mohammed, 9. Fahad Al Hashmi with some entertainment in that 1 over, 3 sixes for him. And then Haider Shah has had the last laugh. Saif Ali Khan, 8 of 10. Only Saad Abdullah was the only player from all these young men, apart from Fahad Al Hashmi, to get into double figures, 12 of 7. Bowling. Mubin Ali bowled 1 over, picked up 1 wicket. And he was just too quick for these young men. Ronak Panoli, 2 overs, 4 runs and 3 wickets. He bowled a maiden over as well. Shahrukh Amin, 2 overs, 16 runs, picking up a wicket. Aizaz Sajid, 2 overs, 8 runs. Syed Haider Wasisha with those 3 sixes by Fahad Al Hashmi in that over, but picked up a wicket. Fahad's wicket had the last laugh. And Ahan Fernandez finished off the proceedings. 2 overs, 18 runs, picking up a wicket. Let's take a look at the highlights of this first innings. A good shot coming in from Savnani and then losing his wicket right after that ball. And that was nicely bowled by Mubin, and then Ronak Panoli picking up a wicket. In fact, pleading with the umpire to give it out. Shahrukh Amin tossed one up very slow in the air and it was taken easily. And then there was this run out. Poor running between the wickets from the young man as well. Fahad Al Hashmi provided some entertainment. 3 big ones on Syed Haider Wasisha, using his feet and then hitting it over mid-wicket. And then one more downtown. But Haider Wasisha has had the last laugh because of this. And there was some banter going on between the bowler and Fahad Al Hashmi. Very entertaining to witness. And then Ahan Fernandez picked up a wicket. Ronak Panoli picked up 2 in this over, which was 9th over of the innings. That was the second one. He bowled that maiden over as well, and that is how things ended for DCC Starlets, failing to shine bright in this night sky. 73 required in 10 overs for Z Games. It's not a matter of how, it's a matter of when for the Z Games side. We're going to go into a break, and on the other side, it's going to be a change in the commentary team. It's going to be Ahmed Khwaja and Abid Ibrahim to take you through the second innings. Stay tuned.
Good evening, viewers, and welcome back to the Ajman Pro 10 2023 powered by FanCode. It's the last game of the league stage, match number 20 in progress between DCC Starlets and Z Game Strikers, and a below par batting performance by the Starlets. Only Fadil Hashmi making runs of note, 27 off 17. Saad Abdullah with 12 off 7. And it's a below par score of 72 runs in their allotted 10 overs for the loss of 8 wickets. So they certainly fell in a heap. Ronak Panoli, he's having an outstanding tournament. This time with the ball. 3 wickets for just 4 runs given away. A wicket apiece for Mubin Ali, Shahrukh Amin, Syed Haider, Wasi Shah and Ahan Fernandez as well. Joining me in the comm box for the run chase, once again, it is the man of the moment, Abid Ibrahim.
Thank you very much, Shazi. What I see here is that Haider Wasi Shah bowling and also Ahan Fernandez, which tell us that the wicket has a little bit of a spin there. They're using that one to well. Surprisingly so, Ahan Fernandez bowling today and Haider Wasi Shah with his leg spin. Not a genuine bowler, but at times the part-timers pay you more than your regular ones.
Oh, absolutely they do. Having quality spin in your side as your non-frontline bowlers is certainly a big advantage for Z Games. Shahrukh Amin, the skipper out there in the middle, as per usual, with his opening partner, Ronak Panoli. They did lose at the hands of defenders earlier in the evening, so they will have to play the eliminator playoff semi-final tomorrow against 7 districts. Shahrukh Amin, just 108 runs in the tournament. He'd certainly like to find his groove this evening and prepare for finals day tomorrow, Abid.
Indeed. It would be an easy walk for them to chase this one down if all goes well. If this man clicks, this man has a repo, which is known for a strike rate of over 200 runs, average of 40. Well, a lot of runs for him, 350s already in this tournament. That clearly says he's in form. That's the man for the team DCC Starlet, Suleiman Haider. He does not really bowl quick, but he bowls at the right areas.
Oh, he certainly does. And calling him a man is very generous, just a teenager. But he's been very impressive in this tournament. Let's see if he can produce some early wickets. Here we go, run chase underway. Launched down the ground, it doesn't have the distance. Long on, mid-on settling. And it's a first ball wicket for Suleiman Haider. Shahrukh Amin with the golden duck.
Yeah, Suleiman Haider has the repo of taking early wickets. It's an early blow and it's captain, the scalp for Suleiman Haider, picking him up on a very first delivery with just what he's known for. Not a very much pace, but just a hint of movement off the seam. Shahrukh coming down the track, advancing, not timing it well. One thing is for sure, these young boys will not push those catches down easily. Takes that catch, Shamim Ali, very well. Shahrukh, the captain of Z Game Strikers, walks out without troubling the scorers. It's none for one.
Well, Z Game Strikers, it's only a target of 73, but they've gotten a rude awakening here. The captain departs first ball for Khan Khalil. He's having a fabulous tournament himself. Excellent strike rate of 194. He's been producing those quick fire cameos consistently, but they are certainly on the back foot right now, Abid.
Yeah, I think because losing the captain in the very first delivery, it's time for the team to regather.
Nicely bowled once again in that channel. Like you mentioned, Suleiman, he's not express quick, but he's tall. He has a high arm action. He hits the seam and he is very accurate.
Yeah, I think a promising youngster there for DCC Starlet. Someone you can really keep an eye on. He has got a lot of time left, but the fast bowlers has one thing which is against them, is the injuries they need to take care. These young boys might not know a lot about the injuries, but that man can help you out. Zubair Sheikh, who's been always with the team and who's keeping his very important role. He manages the team as well.
Heave towards long on Ronak Panoli and dropped. Well, Mohammad Arsh, you could have had the big fish of the Z Games there. And they've given a life. It should have been 1 for 2 instead of 2 for 1.
Well, it's a commentator's curse. That's what I will say. I was talking highly about these young boys, the way they put their efforts, the way they field. It's Mohammad Arsh, the fast bowler. Yeah, taking his eyes off the ball on a last moment.
How unlucky for Suleiman. Outswinger this time. It will be a wide. But if they had picked up Ronak Panoli early, the cat would have been among the pigeons, Abid.
Yeah, I would say we would have a match on there. Would have been a definitely fight on from the youngsters. You can still expect them to fight hard. The first thing they need to do is forget about that drop and refocus. That was the drop. And a big wicket, in form, man in form. Ronak Panoli's catch. Yeah, just at the last moment, you just don't grip it.
Snatched at the ball there. What a drive there from Furqan Khalil. All flowing hands. Silky smooth.
Yeah, not a lot of efforts there. Just an elegant power. Not a lot of power. Just a timing. I think the only error Suleiman made is offered him a width. And the rest he had done well. He's so good at finding these gaps.
Wonderful shot there from Furqan. A confidence booster. He's been in good touch. Strike rate of 190 in this tournament. Still a ring field on the offside. They've pushed the mid-off back to a wide-ish long-off position. And they've taken a deep square leg. The mid-on has moved very wide. So they're just trying to protect the straight boundaries. Sliced in the air. And that's almost gone for 4. Another princely, handsome shot from Furqan Khalil.
Yeah, he wanted to play that aerial route. He wanted to take it to the aerial route. You can see the batters, the way he slashed that one, wanting to clear that ring field and go over the cover. It looks really nice over the top of the covers.
Yeah, he's just over pitching a bit here. Needs to find that good length area, that fourth stump channel he was bowling earlier. Blistering start here for Furqan Khalil, 9 off 3. Or down the leg side. Excellent take by the wicketkeeper Vansh. Otherwise, that would have been 5 wides.
That's the way you put pressure. And these young boys get under pressure immediately. Talking about young boys, a young man leading the team. Shahrukh Amin, not performing tonight. Even the first game was not an ideal one for him.
Yeah, and they have to think about tomorrow's game as well. They need him in prime form with the bat. Flicked in the air, no look towards cow corner. And Arsh has dropped it again. It's an action replay. He'll be desperately disappointed with that. Well, a topsy-turvy opening over. And Suleiman Haider could have had the entire top 3 of Z Games. How unlucky. 14 for 1. So it's going to be Shamim Ali, the all-rounder, sharing the new ball with Suleiman Haider. Very eventful start to the run chase. A wicket and 2 catches dropped. Can Shamim Ali provide that early breakthrough alongside Suleiman? I think they're just taking a bit of pressure here, the Z Game strikers. It's not a big score they're chasing, but perhaps playing too many shots and could have paid the price. Sliced in the air once again, but this time the mid-wicket is in the ring. Will only be a single.
We'll expect a big run there from these batters. You have just given them opportunity. And these kind of a batter does not really give you chances every day. If they'll give you once, you need to take it. Otherwise, you will have to pay the price for the wicket. That was the drop. No look shot, up in the air. A lot of time for Mohammad Arsh to take that catch. Same mistake repeated again.
Yeah, just not having the balance, was falling over. That makes it difficult. There is a deep square leg in place now. Oh, but a slower, fuller delivery. Interesting tactics from Shamim. He's been one of the standout players for DCC Starlets in this tournament. Taken some wickets, taken some fabulous catches as well. A very exciting young all-rounder.
Well, indeed. I think Mohammad Arsh need to be changed from his position the sooner he dropped the first catch. Because what happens is usually you think about the first one before you get the second.
Down the leg side. Brilliant take by Vansh once again. That was pace on. That ball was moving quickly. And wonderful lateral movement. His footwork was excellent.
Yeah, you always prefer the young legs behind the stumps. Yeah, he will throw himself right to the left, left to the right, better than any other.
And we've seen wicketkeepers struggle in this tournament. So him making that clean collection, look at that. Wonderful anticipation. Moved quickly to his left. Did really well. Oh, just short of the cover point. Not really a catch. Saad Abdullah indicating it bounced in front of him. But they're certainly looking a bit nervous here, the Z Games top order.
Yeah, certainly that ball did not carry all the way to the young boy, Saad Abdullah. He's a very fine fielder and I think he deserves to be on that spot. Look at that, just bouncing in front. Brilliant leg spinner.
Slower delivery and just over cover point once again. It's a foot race, but the ball will win. Great effort, great commitment, but it had just enough on it to reach the fence.
I think it was quite evident that this will be a slower delivery from Shamim. He showed that he's going to bowl from the back of the hand or it would be a slower one. And Furqan Khalil was ready for the slower one. For those slow deliveries, you really need to spot them early. The rest is quite easy.
Great effort once again. Just couldn't rein it in. This time over extra cover. Middled. One bounce over the rope.
That was flat. That was hit hard. That has travelled almost towards the fence for 6, but just one bounce in front of the boundary. A little bit of a movement there. But Furqan went with his shot. Gave it a full. Got it full.
19 off 8. Yeah, just over pitching there, Shamim Ali. Faisal Altaf is all set to go as well. The stand-in captain this evening. Very talented, young, fast bowling all-rounder. Oh, down the leg side. Once again, Vansh does really well. Saved 5 wides. But this has become a lengthy over from Shamim Ali.
Yeah, he's been trying to get the batsman dismissed. He's playing this time down the leg side because he wanted to bang it short and get it into the right-hander because those fuller deliveries were getting over the covers.
25 for 1. Some catches being dropped, some extras being bowled here from the Starlets. They're striving hard. Cut away, behind point, beautiful balance, beautiful hands from Furqan Khalil. He picks up yet another boundary. He's raced on to 23 of just 9 deliveries. 29 for 1 after 2. So good move here. Floating power play immediately enforced by Z Games.
Yeah, I think that's the right time to take the floating power play while the two batters are set. One of them at least has one opportunity each.
Oh, what a shot, Ronak Panoli. Look at the flick of the wrist. Sailing over mid-wicket for 6.
You can't really set the fielding for that shot. That will still, if you have a longest or tallest fielder, that will still sail over his head. Just enough meat of the bat. That went high and then got the distance as well. Just a timing, just a timing.
Incredible strike. Just a flick of the wrist. He tries it again towards square leg this time. 6-6.
I think first thing the bowler need to know is do not bowl around the ribbage area, the rib cage of this man. He loves to put it away. Lovely swivel, lovely placement, quick bat speed. Pulls that one away.
He makes it look so easy. Such a difficult shot to execute. It's an uncomfortable length. But his bat speed, his hand-eye coordination. Such a fantastic player, Ronak Panoli. That's a brilliant hit. So Suleiman Haider under the pump. Ronak has raced to 14 off 4. It's a full toss, but he spliced it towards long on. But there's nobody there. It's still the power play. Mid-on is up, and that will be 4 runs.
Well, I tell you what, the best part about Ronak Panoli is that he's playing with clear mind. He wants to go for it. Full toss, he thought about it twice because he's just got 10 runs, but still thought, let's go for it, and he got 4 runs.
Oh, he's out here to do some damage. And they have to remember, we have to remember, they dropped a catch of his, just the first or second ball of his innings. Good to see Fadil Hashmi having a word with his young fast bowler. Heave towards cow corner again. That will be 6. The third maximum of the over.
That was biggest of all. That has gone all the way behind the bushes. Well, do you think we'll get that ball back? I don't think so.
Well, I would say it's a very low percentage to ask for that ball back because it is out of here. 50 up for Z Games. 6646. That sounds like Abid Ibrahim's ATM pin code.
Well, even you try to do that, you won't get anything. 50 up for Z Game Strikers in a blink of eye.
Well, I know you've been earning those cash rewards on the Myco app, but where are you hiding it? Have you declared it?
Well, I think there is more money than calling the game than watching. So I love to call the game. And every game over here has been an entertaining one.
For sure. Cut away behind point. That's going to be 4. It's gone like a bullet.
Huge over. Mighty over. And that's a no ball. Add some salt to injury.
Well,
he's made a cardinal sin, let me tell you.
That's a young bowler under pressure here. This is sensational batting. Yeah, he's overstepped the popping crease. Spot on. Umpire Umar Farooq. And look at that slash. Beautiful hit from Ronak. He's made mincemeat out of this run chase. Free hit. He's hit it towards mid-on. One bounce, couple over the rope. What carnage from Ronak Panoli.
And I just wonder, will we go to the next over? Well, this has been a sensational batting, but you need to feel for the boy. Suleiman Haider, the problem he's making is trying to bowl quick here. He is not backing his strength. He's trying to bowl quick. And that's what Ronak Panoli needs at the moment.
Final delivery of the power play. Flick towards mid-wicket, just over him. And will the ball win the race? No, it will be cleaned up. Shamim Ali does well. But that is a very, very expensive over. Suleiman concludes 1 for 47. 6-6-4, 6-4, no ball, 4-2. I can't do the maths fast enough. 62 for 1. 33 runs in that floating power play over. Ronak Panoli has raced to 34. So he only had 1 run before it.
Yeah, he needed 33. And yeah, in that 1 run, it was hard-earned 1 run. Yeah, he's got to put the chance as well. Dropped catch in that 1 run.
Well, we've seen a 34 run over from Wahab Hassan and now a 33 run over from young Suleiman Haider. You have to feel for the lad. Young leggy Saad Abdullah coming in to bowl. The power play has expired, so he can spread the field. Deep extra cover, wideish long off, long on, and the leg side sweepers in place. Launch down the ground. No need to run for that one. It's sailing over the side screen for 6.
Yeah, probably looked like a full moon there out in the dark. What a shot. Keeping one knee down, and he chooses to go straight, which makes it beauty. Slightly fuller. This time Saad Abdullah, and he's been greeted with a maximum. Watch out, our cameramans.
68 for 1. Only 1 hit away now. What an incredible fireworks show put on by Ronak Panoli and Furqan Khalil. They'll be kicking themselves. They couldn't get the 2 points versus the defenders. Otherwise, with this net run rate, they could have qualified directly into the final, Abid.
Oh, indeed. They still believe they might get them to there, but that's not the case. But still, the plan which was made against DCC Starlet, which is on.
Oh, it is most certainly on. And add Ronak's 3 wickets as well. He is a shoe-in for the player of the match. Saad Abdullah under pressure. Oh, it's lofted towards long on. Game, set and match for Z Games. They win in just 3.2 overs.
But it's a big, big victory for the Team Z Games strikers. They came up with the plan, and that plan was in place, which was executed here for the match number 20, the final game of the league. Now we are pretty much done and dusted. It's moving forward. One more day, which will be semi-final and the final. It will be defenders who's awaiting one of these teams to come, 7 District or Z Games, to meet them in the finale. DCC Starlets' journey has come to an end, but they've got a plenty of positive to take out from this tournament. It was Shahrukh Amin who's come up and without troubling scorer. He went by. He has put the responsibility on Ronak Panoli and Furqan Khalil to close the book on a winning note. They have done it wonderfully by just 3.2 overs, and they have chased down 74 runs in style, finishing in style as well. In that previous over from Suleiman Haider going for 33 runs has caused them that game into the early finish. Only 2 deliveries being bowled by Saad Abdullah, which both of them went sailing over for a maximum. Shamim Ali with 15 runs in his over, but Suleiman Haider must be given some credit for picking up that lone wicket of the captain of the opponent, Z Game strikers. But time for the highlights, where there wouldn't be a lot of wickets here for sure. That was the only wicket falling on a very first delivery, where it was caught nicely by Shamim and bowled by Haider. And then slowly, gradually, this man Furqan Khalil was taking his team out of the pressure, targeting the cover region, extra cover region. And then once he gets going, he was done and dusted with the covers. He wanted to play behind. He wanted to play straight down the track. But that over has changed the complex of the game. He was on 1 run only, Ronak Panoli, before playing that over. And he scored 33 runs from that lone over of Suleiman Haider. A lot of balls going on the onside. That was the biggest of the night. One bigger than the other. It was behind the square, behind the point, or on the long on. But it has been only 6s. He haven't never looked back after getting chances. Both of them dropped once each. And that was the final nail on the coffin. And it was Z Game strikers winning this game comfortably with 9 wickets. Fadil Hashmi, the captain of DCC Starlets, the top scorer for a team DCC Starlets. Saad Abdullah is the only player who got onto the double figures with 12. Ronak Panoli, he's been the man with 3 wickets and giving only 4 runs. What a heroic spell he had with the ball, but that wasn't it. He came in to bat, scored 34 not out of just 9 deliveries. What a remarkable night it has been for Ronak Panoli. A lot of complimenting each other coming in from Furqan Khalil as well for his 35 not out, blistering knock from the 2, and gets this score done and dusted. Chased it quite comfortably with just 3.2 overs, and it has been nothing positive to take out for bowlers of DCC Starlets. Let's have a quickly look at the points table. We talk about the upcoming games. We have got one more day to go and only 2 games to be played, and that would be the 3 teams on the top will have to battle for the title. It's a goodbye for DCC Starlets, and Team Ajman Heroes gets ejected of this tournament. Defenders Suijan gets through with a lot of net run rate and 7 districts, and Z Game Strikers need to battle to meet the defenders into the finale. What a night it has been here. 3 games, enjoyable games here. Now it's time for us to take you through to the post-match presentation, where we have Ahmed Khwaja alongside player of the match.
Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the post-match presentation of match number 20 of the Ajman Pro 10 2023, powered by Fan Code. It was the final game of the league stage between Z Game Strikers and DCC Starlets. DCC Starlets could only manage a score of 72 in their allotted 10 overs, and it was chased down in just 3.2 overs by Z Game Strikers. It's time to present the player of the match medallion that will be distributed by Mr. Iftikhar Ali, our match referee. And once again, a very familiar name, Ronak Panoli, for yet another outstanding display. 3 wickets to his name, and of course he got a fabulous innings, 34 of just 9 balls. Insane hitting from RP24. Ronak Panoli, a former DCC Starlets player. Was it a case of the X? You want to take on your X team and put them to the sword?
No, I was just playing it like every other game, seeing the ball pretty well throughout the tournament, so I just thought I'd stick to my strengths and just, try to finish off the game as soon as possible, take some momentum into the semi-final tomorrow.
Yeah, and speaking about the semi-final, you had an opportunity to go directly into the finals with this big net run rate boost. So is there a twinge of regret you couldn't win against defenders?
Yeah, obviously, no one likes losing a game. And, obviously a direct final is, an easier go at the trophy. But at the end of the day, we're going to take the game as it comes tomorrow. And, I think we worked pretty hard throughout the tournament. And I think, we can make it to the final, despite not making it directly.
What did you enjoy more, the 3 wickets or the big hitting in the second innings?
I always enjoy my batting more than my bowling. So, just big hitting.
Well, you enjoy your batting and we enjoy your batting. Well played, Ronak.
Thank you, Ahmed bhai.
Well, that's it from the stylish and elegant Ronak Panoli with yet another player of the match performance. That's all from the Eden Gardens for tonight. Join us tomorrow for finals day. We'll see you then. Take care and good night.